Hey, it's Brendan here, and thanks for joining me on this episode of Danger Vision Gaming for Metal Gear Online. There was an update announced a few days ago that will be coming soon here in November, and while I've got this game footage going on in the background, this is not a live commentary, but it just gives me something to talk over. Anywho, so... at Metal Gear Online, which is the official Twitter page of Metal Gear Online, they did a few tweets a few days ago, and these tweets were pretty much the update notes that are coming for an upcoming patch. I'm guessing it's going to be 1.01 or 1.1 for Metal Gear Online 3, and let's see, I think the date was October the 23rd, and as recording of this, it's the 25th, so it's been a couple days, and but let's just dive right on into it. It says here on the Konami.jp, on the information page here, please see below for a complete list of adjustments planned for the MGO update scheduled for November. And I'm not sure what the date is going to be in November, but whether it comes early or late, it's going to be welcome. That's my opinion. I like the idea of this update. But getting right into it, for auto matching, you'll be matched with players similar to your level of your highest character. It's now less likely to join a host with poor network connection. So the second one's a good thing. You don't want to join anybody with poor network connection. But nobody's going to be able to game the system anymore by joining games where... See, the trick is you could, if you got a low level character, you get 3. Let's say you got a level 30 character that you want to play with, but you don't want to play against a bunch of hard to beat level 30 players. You go in there with like your level 3 or 4, well, it would have to be 4 or higher, your level 4 character, and then once you're in the lobby, you switch over to your high level character. So it would be your character that's decked out with all your good equipment gets to fight all these other characters who don't have jack shit. So the auto matching, that's good. Mission adjustments, the game will now end once all teammates are stunned or tranquilized in CLOAK and DAGGER. I don't play a lot of CLOAK and DAGGER, but I do understand what it means. It's let's say your whole team is killed and you run across a somebody throws a sleep grenade at you, and if they can't find you, you got a chance to wake up. But the thing is if they put you to sleep, it would automatically end the game. I'd imagine that's what it is. Loadout equipment adjustments. The E.LOCATOR will now only be available for the Scout class. So there's not going to be so many blinky light spam. I'm all for this because it's just a little too much that everybody can mark everything so easily just by throwing a bunch of E.LOCATORs out. Machine guns and launchers are now only available for the Enforcer class. So recently I've been getting killed by a lot of infiltrators that run around using these machine guns or the LMGs, and they've just got all the ammo in the world. But I'm okay with that. Shotguns are only available for the Infiltrator class. That's fine. I only use a shotgun with the Infiltrator, which is the stun shotgun. It's the only shotgun I use in the game. As a result of these changes, custom loadouts will be initialized during the maintenance period following the update patch. So I'm guessing they're going to clear everyone's custom loadouts. Character ability adjustments. Overall movement speed will be increased. This is for all the classes. I think, all the classes already run around like crazy maniacs. And for me maining a scout, making them even faster is going to kind of hurt me a little bit. But at the same time, a D-level scout trying to get from one side of the map of Grey Rampant all the way to the other side takes some time without running to show up on the radar. So I guess that will be welcome a little bit. Let's see, where else am I? Mobility has been rebalanced to allow faster traveling between objectives. Okay, we just went over that. Infiltrators will have health and stamina decreased. So that means it's going to take less bullets to kill and less tranks to stun. Enforcers will have their health and stamina increased, so it's going to be the total opposite. Scouts will only have their health increased, apparently. But this is gonna is this gonna hurt trying to snipe another sniper? Is it gonna take an extra round to kill this other sniper? I'm not sure. We're just gonna have to see. Scouts will be able to mark targets more quickly while using the binoculars. So it's already quick. I think it's quick. Even when you're using marking, it's quick. So I can't imagine them boosting it up and using marking, just instant instant marking. That would be great. I'm all for that. Weapon adjustments. Firing sway for the machine guns will be reduced. That's good. That's the reason why I never used a machine gun on the Enforcer class, because anything that's not right up in your face, I can't hit it. You know, in first person at least. Weapon sway will be reduced overall when aiming in first person view. That's good too, especially with the sniper rifles. Damage inflicted by the Walker Gear's Gatling gun will be reduced. And Walker Gear's anti-aircraft will... Walker Gears and anti-aircraft will take more damage from certain weapons. So that's good too. I'm excited about that because Walker Gears are the bane of my existence on this game. Oh, look at that, a +7. It's a good bounty. Damage value on the stun grenade launcher will be significantly reduced, and the ammo count will be reduced. I'm okay with that. I didn't level up an Enforcer. I know that's one of the only non-lethal things that they get, but at the same time, Enforcers I think are supposed to be lethal, aren't they? It gets kind of annoying on the receiving end of that, but like I said, I never got to be on the side that deals that damage out. So I'm not sure about that. I don't really run into it that often because I don't run into a lot of high-level Enforcers. Let's see, where was I? Max carry for the E.LOCATOR, stun grenade, and sleep grenade will be reduced. You know, I don't use a lot of tactical weapons, so I do use the E.LOCATOR on certain classes, but I don't need 5 of them. 3 is fine, or 2 would be fine. Same thing with the other thing is. Throwing arc of the empty magazine will be invisible to enemies. I didn't know about it, but apparently if you were aiming to throw your empty magazine, the aiming arc would show up to the enemy. Like the enemy could see you aiming your empty magazine. I don't see a lot of people using them, but that would be a problem for those who are trying to cause a distraction. So that's good. That's good. The noise radius made by empty magazines when they land will be expanded. So there's nothing that's hurting anybody on that one either. Max carry amount for the cardboard box will be increased. That's pretty cool. I like the idea of that. That means that I could hide two different Fulton cannons under 2 boxes, and nobody would know. You know, 2 boxes. It sounds pretty good to me. Or just drop them off randomly in the map for decoys. Sounds good. Or you're able to remove 2 marks from yourself if you get marked twice in the same life. Okay, the stealth camo adjustments using stealth camo ability. Stealth camo will be temporarily disabled when taking damage. That sounds pretty cool. Temporary disabled, I think, I'm not sure how it's going to work, but I think it would be best if you get shot, it turns off. You have to turn it back on manually. That would be great. I like that. But it's probably just, if you get hit, it'll turn off, and then it'll turn back on, you know, maybe a second later. Battery life will be reduced, and the battery will take longer to charge. So, less time running around invisible. Marking time for cloak players will be reduced. Cloaked players detected with night vision goggles will be marked in standard marking time. Now that is going to be great. I didn't think it actually worked with night vision goggles on because I would stare at a cloaked player and no numbers would appear over their head, like, you know, the little number gauge that goes up to 100 and then they're marked. Like, nothing would ever happen. I don't think I've ever marked a player hidden by stealth. So that's good to know. Okay, CQC adjustments. We're almost done. Range for the CQC grabs will be narrowed. So that means normally it would be if you're standing side by side next to a character, the CQC prompt would show up and you could still CQC them. Now you have to be facing the other character. The icon for CQC grabs will no longer be displayed. Now that's going to be awesome. Especially for characters that are stealthed or laying down on the ground or in a good hiding spot. Because somebody just walks by them and then they see the prompt show up. They just, you know, hit R2 and then, you know, they've captured someone. This is going to be way better for stealth, I think. And, yeah, stealth in general. Let's see, what else? Non-lethal damage done by CQC hits and grabs will be reduced. So more punches to knock someone out. More throws to knock people out too. Especially because the one-hit CQC knockouts will become exclusive to Infiltrators with CQC Stealth plus level 2 or higher. So I'm imagining that means you body slam somebody, their ass is going to get back up. And you have to body slam them again or hit them with a trank pistol while they're down. That's probably going to be the best combo, is to body slam and then trank. I'm assuming that's what it is, because I haven't really ran up and punched somebody out yet, so I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it just means if you slam someone, you're going to have to slam them more than once, or slam and then kick, or slam and then trank, or, I don't know, slam and then stun, I don't know. Okay, Fulton adjustments. Fulton speed when using Fulton level 2 or greater will be slowed. So that sounds, I don't know. That's the only reason I run Fulton 2, is because it's so fast. And when used in conjunction with the Fulton cannon, it's just perfect. There is time to rescue the player if they're not rolling alone, but I don't see a reason for a nerf on that one. Unless, you know, there's just so much lag. Because I've had a lot of lag where I'd shoot at the balloon and just nothing happens. It just, whoa, bloop, and then they get the ticket. That's the ticket. Where am I? When a player Fultons an enemy, the Fulton balloon and the enemy will be invincible to the other teammates. That sounds awesome. That's going to remove a lot of the griefing where people are just in it for the kills, and they'll come in and they'll be, you know, you got somebody in the air and they're getting ready to fly off, and teammate shoots the balloon, or the teammate shoots the enemy. All they have to do is, if they got a trank rifle or pistol, is just shoot them a couple times so they're knocked out and they'll get points for it, or they can mark them and they'll get points for that. I mean, if you want extra points. Personally, I think if you're holding someone hostage, like you're doing an interrogation or you're choking someone out, that the friendly team shouldn't be able to kill the person in your arms. Like, if you're getting an interrogation, you don't want a teammate to kill them. It should be the same way like that. Like, but you can still use them as a meat shield against the enemy team. Buddy system adjustments. Time required to establish a buddy link using the link action will be shortened. See, that's good. I didn't think it actually worked at first when I first started playing. If you go back to watch the my first episode of my first game of MGO, I was trying to link up with some people, and it just seemed like it didn't work because you had to be facing, you know, right at them too, and I just wasn't getting it. But apparently, you've just got to be facing them perfectly, and you've got to be saluting forever for a buddy link to show up. Link action success will succeed regardless of the direction your character is facing, as long as you are in range. The buddy gauge will now clear at the beginning of each round. That means if when you flip spawns, your buddy gauge is going to reset, which is really important in Cloak and Dagger, because whoever's got the second round has got a guaranteed full buddy gauge unless their buddy dropped out of the game. Which it would make it super easy for the second round people to win, because all their buddy has to do is just sit on the platform while the other person gets the disc, and then, you know, instant win. Other adjustments. Search filters in select match will now be saved. Countdown time on the spawn screen has been extended from 10 to 15 seconds. I don't care about the spawn time second thing, but the saving the settings in the select match filters sounds really good, because if you're like me, sometimes you'll go into a 99 ticket match, and you have to search for bounty hunter and then search for password off, and just turning those two things on, or turning those two switches, saving time on that would be awesome, because a lot of times I'll try to get into a match and it won't let me in, and I have to start all the way over a few times before I get into one. So that's going to save a second or two. What's the last one? Oh, that was the last one. Okay, so that's the patch notes. This ran a little bit longer than expected. I thought it was going to be shorter. But anyways, that's all I have. Thanks for watching this episode. I'm Brandon, Danger Vision Gaming. I'll see you next episode. See you, bye.